I'm the Peanut Butter Ninja, and this is my version of the origin story of garden warfare. Once again, this is my version of the origin story. So let's just go ahead and start. This is not a visual video, just audio, so you don't have to watch it. You can just listen to it, whatever you want to do. So it all began on Earth. Dave was not crazy. He was the world's leading scientist. And his brother was Harold. Harold is the Zomboss. So on Earth, Dave and Harold were scientists. But Dave, he was known around the world, a leading expert in his field. He published several papers. He was on the cover of magazines. He was very popular. And of course, with all that came money, a little influence, and of course, some ladies. Harold, he struggled. He was in the shadow of his brother. He did a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but he just never could reach the level of his brother. And he resented his brother. He was jealous. So, Dave was working on his biggest scientific breakthrough yet. The ability to portal to another dimension or another time in a dimension. Harold, being extremely jealous of all the attention, all the years of coming in second, living in his shadow, he decided to mess with his brother's invention. So he tampered with it. Now, he didn't know what would happen. He just wanted it not to work. He wanted everyone to look at his brother and just be disappointed in him. That was the plan. So because this was a huge event, everybody was there. So you had scientists, you had families, friends, you had reporters, you just had everyone there in the facility waiting to see this experiment. And of course, when he pulled the lever and the portal came on, due to what Harold did, it overrided, exploded. And when it exploded, it literally sucked everyone in the whole facility into the portal. And when they went through the portal, they entered into this world, the world of garden warfare. Now, when they got to this world, everyone had amnesia except for Harold. He remembered everything. Dave, he was dumb, crazy. He had no memories, no intelligence, and everyone else had amnesia. They had no idea what happened, who they really were, and why they're here. Zomboss, which would be Harold, he found the gnomes. And in talking to the gnomes that were here, asking them how this all came about, what is this place, the gnomes explained that they are all former elves for Santa Claus. And they no longer wanted to make toys, they wanted to go out on their own, have their own world, their own life. And so that's what happened. They left Santa's workshop, and now they're in this world. So, that's the story of the gnomes. They used to be Santa's little elves, but now they're just garden gnomes. Now, why they wanted to be garden gnomes, they say they just seen some garden gnomes on a postcard someone sent, and that was it. They seen the garden gnomes, thought they were really cool, and they wanted to be them. So after Harold talked to the gnomes, he discovered that his brother was dumb, he was crazy, and that he was the smartest person in the whole world. And he enjoyed that. He liked it. That's what he always wanted. He wanted to be looked up to. And that's what happened. So he was a zombie. His brother was just a human. And the gnomes put Dave on the side of the plants, and they put Harold on the side of the zombies. Why they did this? They just did. Now, the weeds and the browncoats, they were already here. They lived in the Garden Warfare world, and they've just always been here. Now, Harold called himself Dr. Zomboss. He fancied himself as the most intelligent zombie in all the world. More intelligent than even any of the plants or the gnomes. So he began working on different experiments. And one of those experiments is a pretty funny one, but that story is not for the right now, but for later. So the situation was, you had Harold, what you know as Dr. Zomboss, living in the Garden Warfare world, working on experiments, enjoying how crazy and dumb his brother was, and also enjoying the little battles between the plants and zombies. That really excited him, and he feels like he's winning the battles. So that is the origin story of Dave and Zomboss. Now, as far as the characters, such as your cactus, your corn, your imps, and your all-stars, those are stories that I will tell later. So, before I go, Crazy Dave really is a brilliant scientist. The question is, will he ever regain his memories? Dr. Zomboss, how long will he enjoy living like this? Will he ever want to make it right? Will he ever feel bad for his brother? Will he ever try to get them back to Earth? And as far as the other characters, will they ever remember who they are? Where they came from? These are questions that will be answered in another video. So, I am the Peanut Butter Ninja. You are my jam, the Jam Squad. And once again, this is my version of the origin story, how I see it. As always, I want to thank you for watching. It is appreciated. Have a good rest of your day or a good night. And look out for the next video. I'm going to go through every single character giving their origin story. You do not want to miss it. Thank you, and have a good one. The Jam Squad is jammed out.